and sit down.
Dave.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Please, let me out!
Oh,
Oh, been locked up!
Whippлекins. No. Shall we start breaking out, mate?
Yeah, go on in. Break out, break out. Break out.
Nearly there. Nearly there. Just these two on the ends.
Yay!
Hello, folks. Colin
Hello,
here,
everyone.
Festa 67's workshop, and we've also got PC Dave.
No, there's no way that I could ever be PC.
From Model Making Dave's workshop. And may I compliment you, Dave, whilst we're doing the introductions, on that rather dapper black moustache you seem to be rocking in the artwork there, mate.
Yeah, it's just that shame. I haven't got one quite the real. I have to get some black paint, won't I, and smudge it on.
I think we'll have to get. You a bottle of the old Just for Men, mate, and give it a bit of a larraping because I reckon the old. Oh yes, indeedy.
Get the old.
I know. So yeah, it is the Paddy Wagon build. Us two idiots are going to be building one of these each. Yeah, and it's pretty easy build. It's a little Monogram 1/24 Paddy Wagon, as you can see in the artwork in the middle there. One of them. And there's going to be two cuppas, and I am honestly at this stage going to say one of them might be sporting a rather slightly grey beard by the end of the build, because yeah, it is going to be officers Festa and Dave. It's got to be, isn't it? So that's what we're going to be doing. But first of all, the most important thing, should we have a look who's in chat? Apologies for Sunday, by the way, on the brunch, folks. It was a genuine bug with StreamYard. They got in touch with a lot of us after our streams have been sort of going through that time window and let us know there was a bit of a bug. So we got Dexterous Crafter in saying hi to me. Hello, Nat. How you doing, me darling? Paul's in. Plastic Monkey saying hi to everyone.
Hello, Nat. Hello, Paul.
Nat saying hi back to Paul. Some bloke called Festa saying hello to Nat and Paul via Facebook because we're streaming on there as well. Joseph Kelly's in saying hello. Hello, Joseph. How you doing, me old chisel nut? Hope you're all right. He's saying hello to myself and Nat. Mark's in. How do, folks? Hello, Mark. How you doing, mate? Oh, I recognise that paint mixing guide there from the ISM. Good man. It's me saying hello to Mark, as is Nat. Jacqueline's in saying hi. Just got home from the flu jabs. 3 of us here. Mum's with us for dinner. Oh, happy days.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Not had my flu jab yet, but I will no doubt get summoned at some point. But I had that message off the quack going, yeah, you might want to stay indoors, mate. So yet again, I say yet again, it's been continual for muggins. It's politely been recommended that I keep in my little safe bubble. So I'm going to do as I'm told. Shock horror. I'm glad you're sat down, Dave.
Blimey, I'm in shock now.
Yeah, it's looking like my spine surgery might be getting knocked on the head for this year as well.
Yes, which you're not too worried.
I'm not too worried about. I got pulled about enough during the last bit, mate, and I kind of just want to be left alone, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Me saying hi to Jacqueline. Lewis is in, saying hello, everyone. Hello, Lewis. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Let's have a look. That's just jumped up. Nat saying love it. Love what? Is that us? Our artwork? Our stupidity?
Probably all 3.
Yeah, Nat saying hi back to Lewis. And hi, Nat. Take it you're out on the road, buddy. Jacqueline saying hi, Nat. Davykins there saying hello to everyone. Lewis is saying Nick Nat, Paddy Whack, lock them both up. Oh, I thought you said you wanted a 3D printer.
We can't have a 3D printer until he's got his diamond out.
Yeah, I know. He's letting us down, isn't he?
He's a right proper.
Yeah, he said hello to Paul there and myself and to Davykins. Sergeant Bones is in going, oi, Colin.
All right, Sarge.
How do, Sarge? How do, mate? And all of that. And then he's put, and Dave. Oh, look, that little cherub. Oh, is that Wibble?
No.
Didn't the pair of us have a good Wibble Sunday? That was a good Wibble, wasn't it? Before we won an air, we had a right old whinge, wouldn't we? Nat saying hello to model making Dave.
Hello, Nat.
She's also saying hello to Sarge over in Fulda in Germany. Everything's all right out there, Sarge. We are at the moment, Dave. We're having a very torrential downpour, mate. It's been going on for about 4 hours now.
It's been on and off, both where I've been at work and on the way home. You kind of just went.
Yeah, I mean, I stuck my head out the door, like, you know, just to get a lung full of air, and I thought my beard was going to frizz. Yeah. Model making Trucker saying hello to Jacqueline. Joe's saying hello to Trucker. Lewis also said hello to Sarge. Chop Suey's in going, hello, it's Thomas. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello, mate.
Sarge saying hello to Nat and Lewis. Excuse me. Model making Trucker saying hello to Thomas. Paul saying hello, Lewis, Nat, Jackie, and Kev. Oh, yeah. Hello, Kev. Sorry, mate. Missed you out. I do apologise. Reese is in from RJC saying hello, fellas. Hope you're all right, Reese. Back on the old ambulances, mate. And I hope you're settling back in, mate. And, yeah.
Reese, how's your pink rings?
Yeah. Yeah, neon pink rings, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scale Model Muse is in from the US of A saying, hey, all.
Hello, Muse.
Hi, Muse. Hope you're keeping safe and well, my darling. Nat's going to bars and you're whacking this, Colin and Dave. I ain't wacky, it's him. He corrupts me.
It's him. It was his idea, wasn't mine.
The thing is, Nat, I thoroughly enjoy doing the artwork, if I'm honest. As you know, I don't sleep a great deal, so if I'm losing my mojo at the bench, I just create weird little eccentric bits of artwork for our upcoming builds. And poor Dave hasn't had the luxury yet of seeing the fire engine one. Yeah, I may have stitched him up royally in that one. But yeah, we've got quite a few coming up. That we're going to be spacemen, aren't we? We're going to be pilots. Yeah, we're going to be spacemen, mate. That's a little surprise coming up for Christmas, New Year, mate, that I'm not telling you about because it'll be a surprise. Hence why it's a surprise, Dave. But yeah. So we're going to be astronauts. We're going to be pilots.
So does that mean we'll have the goggles and the leather hats and the silk?
Oh, yeah, we'll have the billowing scarf and, yeah, all of that.
Proper cream.
Well, yeah. I might.
Green for me anyway. You can have
a pot of wax for me to polish me canister, mate. I always put a bit of brill cream in the old goatee, mate. It's getting a bit long, actually. It's going to come in handy because I've got a couple of skirting boards that need painting. Been that I was falling over. I stacked it again yesterday, but going up the stairs this time, proper face planted the bugle right on the staircase. It's like, really? Lewis is parked up for the night. He's got 3 days left. Well, put your feet up, mate. Put the telly on, and yeah. Sergeant Bones is going Beaker. Model making Trucker saying hello to Reese as well. Sarge is going laugh out loud. Lewis saying hello there to Muse. Reese again saying hello, everyone. Hello, Reese. All right. Candy Grandpa Mungo's in saying greetings, everyone. And that's a rather dapper pose with a bit of the old R2D2 going on down there, folks.
There is a bit. Yeah.
Aye. Sarge is saying it's sunny and warm here. He's had coffee and cake on the terrace, eh?
Out on the terrace.
Hey, Dave, he's had cake. What a toe rag. Didn't send us any.
Oh, no, it's not right.
Quano Man's in saying hi all. Hello, Quano. How you doing, me old chiz? Hope you're all right. Lewis saying hello to Jeff and Dan. Candygram saying hello to Lewis. As is Quano. Wilma's in. Hello, Wilma. Says, good evening, guys. How are you? That's my lovely sister. Her real name's Carol, but yeah, she'll always be my little Wilma. Muse is going, it's the rest who need to stay safe. Yeah, they certainly do, Muse. It's, you know, it's like Carol, my sister, she won't mind me saying, she had a liver transplant, so she's also got an impaired immune system. So, well, you know, we get told to stay indoors. We're too scared to go out, you know, and I just wish everyone would stop moaning about it and just get on with it, because it's at the end of the day, it's for our own benefit, isn't it, Dave? They're trying to keep us from getting this terrible illness, and come on, just, you know, it's ain't hard just to take a bit of advice now and then, is it? Lewis is saying, can you do some artwork on that for me? Oh, bless. Chop Suey saying hello to Dexterous Crafter. Cool, that jumped up. There we go. Sarge going, oi, Quano. Isn't this the one where they're making Ted Old Staff Taxi for get home from the gin joint? Yeah, it is, mate. It's one of them, Quano. So, yeah. Muse is going, what kinds of treats should I send Cole? She's packing up boxes. I'll leave that open to the chat. Because, you know, if you think Festa needs a dry slap as a treat, then she might put a boxing glove on a spring in there that gives me a slap on the bugle. So, yeah. Spiddy's in saying, hey up, Paddy Builders. I'll do Spit. Quano Man there with a slight typo, giggle. Hi, Nat, and hi, Sergeant Boner. Now, that's an image we cannot undo now, Dave, isn't it? All I'll say, Dave, Sally James. Bring you back down. There you go, mate.
Sally James Fish Candle.
Nigella. Damn good cook, and I love her culinary skills.
I'm not saying anything because I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, you're in the good books, aren't you? Hello, Mrs. W. How are you? Makes me sick, it does.
Wibble.
Yeah, Wibblegins. Nat's going hi to Spiddy. What's he saying there? It's not night, Lewis. It's, yeah. Quano saying bones. Carol's going evening. Yeah, when he's evening, when he's afternoon, you know, we often get lost with this, don't we? Sarge's going Mr. Coffee. Chop Suey's finishing up the F-22 Raptor by Hobby Boss, which is a good segue for your question of the day, Dave.
What is on your benches and what is or about to go in your bellies?
Yeah. Model making truckers saying hello, Wilma. They see it started now, Kaz. Wilma it is, my darling. Spiddy's going, Colin just said you were parked up for the night. Yeah, he is. He's parked up for the night, mate, because he's not going to be working until the early hours of the morning, Spid. So his day's work is complete. Quano's saying hello to Spid. Lewis is going, or Carol, hi anyway. Just call her Wilma, mate. She won't mind. Ostrich 9000. Good afternoon. I've eaten 5 donuts so far. Now back to work. Back later. 5 donuts, Dave. 5. So he's obviously had one for me and you.
Yeah, but I like donuts.
I once got asked a question by a girl that I used to work with who, how can we say, wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Well, 2 questions. One was, are there nuts in donuts? Yeah. And another question once she asked, well, are fire extinguishers flammable? And she was training or going to college to get a degree in psychology. Anyway, Nat saying hello to Carol and Ostrich, or Osric even. Spid's going, is that an apron, Carl, or did you forget to change out your leather fetish wear? Yes, I may be rocking an apron, mate. Because I am a man that keeps spilling stuff all over his clobber. And she that needs obeying said to wear my old chemical-proof, waterproof leather apron. And yeah, and I must admit, it comes in handy. Yeah. So I may be getting mocked by someone
Me?
who's been calling it a pinny, but hey, I don't mind, mate. If it stops me dropping resin or anything like that on me, or corrosives or paint, I'm happy, mate, because I am notorious for dropping me knives and they tend to land in me feet. So if I've got something between me and my delicate bits and clobber, then it's beneficial. And this is stab proof as well, apparently, but we'll let you know when I've tried to stab it. So yes, I am rocking an apron, mate, and I no doubt will be getting mocked mercilessly, but hey ho. I'm trying to find where we are in the chat. Mark saying those kits remind me of the Ed Roth style kits. Yeah, Tom Daniels, mate. Artwork. One of these ones. I think I've got an Ed Roth up there, isn't it? Was the Red Baron an Ed Roth kit? Does anyone know in the chat? Because I've got one of them up there as well.
Might be.
But yeah, so Lewis saying hello to Mark. Muse is having a laugh. Probably at my apron. Hey, mate, I like my little apron, though. I've got everything to hand in here, Dave. I've got me tweezers, me multi-tools, me screwdrivers. Got me little gripper. Oh, mate, I'm proper. I'm in Adam Savage mode, mate. Yeah. Jacqueline's going, my whip is still the Fox, ordered for a friend at work. Dinner will be scampi and chips. Ooh. Archie's in. Hello, Archie. Reese's got that ultimate question. Why was Bob Monkhouse shining? Exactly. Why was he shining?
We got a couple here. Nat has got belly sweet barbecue pulled pork with cheesy mash. Oh, nice. Lewis is going, bench nothing. Belly will be chicken Chinese with egg fried rice and just another 45 minutes to wait for it to cook. Happy days, mate. There you go, Dave. One up for you, mate. For Muse is bench is cluttered, still moving stuff into the room. Belly, nothing yet. Still laying in my bed. That's
good girl. Because it's early doors where Muse is. She's in the US of A. So
yeah. And Spiddy is saying, "Ooh, barbecue pulled pork."
Yeah. Mark, bench currently has a cat lay on it. Belly, nothing is planned yet. Archie saying hi. Oh, yeah. What have we got? Archie's going, Dave looks so unhappy. No, he's all right. That's Dave chilling out, mate, because he's He's not at work and he's chilling out for the evening. So, yeah.
I'm fine and dandy.
Yeah, Quano's going, I could give him a tickle on his tickly bits. Oh, dear. Muse is going early for me anyway. She works in the afternoons. And Archie's going, I don't know how he'll take that, Quano. Knowing Dave, he'll fall asleep and start snoring in his chair, mate. So, shall we make a start then, Dave?
Well, I think we should. I think it should be down cams at the ready.
Yeah, so we're going to switch our camera anglage over, folks, and I'll try my best to keep up with the chat as much as I can. I don't want to upset anyone by not reading comments out immediately, but bear in mind, chat's up there and I'm looking down here, so I'll try and keep an eye on it as best as I can for you all. So, yeah, there's not much to these, Dave, really, is there?
No, it's. I think probably it's going to be one of the quicker ones, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon so.
If I can get the box open.
Yeah, I had that trouble. I still don't know what to do about that gold, mate, if I'm honest. I might spray a bit of the old Tamiya smoke over it to knock it back a bit and try and do it as old gold, but yeah, it's shinier than a diamond in a goat's backside, isn't it? I mean, look at it.
It is a little bit too shiny, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's bright, isn't it? So we might end up, how can we say, bleaching it. Well, saying that, I might put it in a bit of the old oven bright and just strip it and spray up bits that I want to be gold. Because them wheels are super shiny, aren't they? They're like...
I might leave the wheels as they are and like you say, do a bit of smoke over them.
Yeah, knock them back a tad, but...
Yeah, but I think the rest of it might get dipped in some soda crystals and that can clean it up. I think that's probably the way I'm going to go on that one.
Yeah, we got Dave and Colin sat here. Let's have a look at them.
Yeah, I'm not actually opening mine up, so I'm not really sure what we've got.
Oh, yeah, there's Dave. He's going to have his grey beard. Yeah, definitely. Dave's got his truncheon out in that one, folks. That sounded wrong.
That's, yeah, I was going to say that. Not necessarily an image that everybody wants to know about Dave with his truncheon out.
Yeah, do you know something? Yeah, it works out a treat because I'll do the driver as me, but I'll sand his hat down so that it resembles one of my pork pies, one of them.
I think mine will get some sort of wash. Actually, due to the fact that I'm now overstocked with Starship filth.
Yeah.
After receiving me paint box and got another tune on it. Not that I'm complaining because it will get used.
Yeah, Dave. Dave Archie's got a question saying, should he do some Russian World War II boomstick?
Ooh. Depends. Which one are you thinking of doing? Because I did the I did the T62, which was Tamiya, and that was a good little kit.
Yeah.
But I've got a 1/48 Russian tank, but I can't remember which one it was now. Yeah, go for it.
Why not? Lewis is saying Titanic. Yeah, I've got a Revell Titanic just there, mate. Yeah, well spotted. Yeah, part one of that's gone up on the Patreon channel, so that's on there. What else has gone up video-wise? Part one of the bubble car went up on my channel. Joseph Kelly saying, belly black coffee, bench, watching Primer Cure on Ford Trump motor. Ooh. Happy days. And he's saying, yeah, try motor spell check. What are you going to do? Yeah.
What is this?
Wilma's saying, yeah, she thought it was Titanic. Dave having his truncheon out only gets freaky if he starts bragging about it being big and black, methinks. And Wilma's saying, yeah, she thought that was Titanic. Yeah, I'm going to put lights in it, Kaz. Light it up, darling. So I've blacked out the inside ready, drilled out windows and all of that lot. And then it's going to have lights put in. So look out for that one. So that's why it's in 2 halves at the moment. Why not, indeed?
Get rid of that.
So, yeah, I think these are going to be slightly mad little kits these days, but just seeing what bits that I'm not going to be doing at the moment. So I'll just drop stuff to one side that I don't think I'm going to be doing yet. A bit of the old body work that can go over there for now. That's what I'm after, engine block. I'll probably do the same I normally do here, Dave, and do them all in sub-assemblies, mate, wouldn't you?
I think so.
Because I can see us both ending up with the spray booths out next week, because this is going to be pretty rapid, isn't it?
It's not going to be a long build, is it?
No. I might find as well that with the engine, I might just get the airy stick out, because it's going to be a bit of a, how can I say, ball ache, basically. Masking it all off, wasn't it? Lewis is saying, we'll watch it when I do my 1/200th Titanic. Yeah, mine's only a pup compared to yours, mate. He's got the big Titanic. I mean, I'd be able to sit in it and have a bath in it. It's a bit big, isn't it?
It is a little bit large.
That sounded wrong, though, didn't it?
Right.
Yeah, imagine Lewis now sitting in his truck going, oh, I've got a big one. Yeah. And then it'll be on the news later, a man arrested in truck. Tell you something, Dave, I like my apron. It comes in rather handy, mate.
Do what, mate?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you had gone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the soda crystals going and get rid of that gold stuff. I'll be back.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, no, you do your thing, mate. Yeah, I just use a bit of Oven Bright. Does me. But I might just do it as old gold. No, I'll see how I feel. Archie's saying he's got a T34/85 or a KV1. T34 sounds quite nice.
Yeah, do the T34 because what is it, 1/35th or
35th, mate? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a thing about Russian armour at the moment, Dave, haven't we?
Yeah, when I went upstairs the other day and I had a look in the pile, I noticed I've got a rather modern Russian T90.
Yeah, I've got one up there with the Zvezda kit.
I've got the trumpeter one, so
yeah, Spruce Surgeon a couple of years ago had a Russian armour build or a Russian build, group build thing, you know. So
that's it. So I did the Tamiya T62 for that.
Yeah,
actually, that Tamiya kit's a nice one.
Yeah, so that's how I got into it, doing it for that. So have you some of that? Let's put that over there for the minute. Yeah, I think I'll keep that on there for a minute and age it. Saves redoing it. Can't be bothered. Right, just grab a bit of extra fin. Shove that back in the ME rocket. Yeah, are you going to light up your Titanic then, Lewis? Are you planning on lighting it, mate? Or does it come with a lighting kit? I don't know. I've not seen that much about the kit, if I'm honest.
That is soaking. I think I'm going to leave the wheels as they are, but
Yeah.
I think, yeah, do a slight waftage of smoke.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to strip mine at the moment. I'll see how I do with the smoke. If I'm not happy with it, then it will go in the oven bright. Because that can be doing its thing or drying whilst I'm doing the engine work, getting that primed. It's not going to take a lot of paint, really, is it?
I don't think it's going to take much.
Probably build the whole body shell assembly and get that primed in one hit. Seems strange, doesn't it, priming it to spray it pretty much the same colour, but yeah. What's the exterior colour like? Oh yeah, it needs painting because that's a bit gash. Yeah, definitely. I thought for a minute we could go retro old school and just not paint them, but the finish is crud.
Yeah.
Everyone would just laugh at us going, they never painted them. Captain silly hands there for a minute.
You chucking stuff about again?
Yeah, you know what it's like, mate. Oops, if you put it on the right side, Fester. There you go. Round about there. So, yeah. We've got a middle plate somewhere. Where did I put it? There'd be that chrome one, wouldn't it? I say chrome, but yeah. That is severely bright. Knock it back when I build the engine, I think. Oh, let's get the saw out. Yes, you heard them exact words, Dave. Fester is getting the saw out.
Oh, well, that didn't take long, did it?
Nah.
Do you know, I'm sure you said you wasn't going to get the saw out on this one.
Oh, no, it's only to cut bits off the sprue, mate. It's gold, isn't it? It's that gold stuff, and it's a bit crud. There's a couple of sprue gates on there that are a bit shoddy. There you go. Let's give that a clean.
What?
God, they went all out on the engine detail, Dave, didn't they?
Yeah, I haven't really looked at it yet because it's just gone straight in the.
Yeah, you ain't missing much, mate.
Yeah, I found a seam line where it's not so much a seam line. It is.
Oh, what, on the sump?
No, on the front axle.
Oh, right. Yeah, the sump ain't much better, mate.
Seam line is not like so much a seam line as an extra aerofoil.
Proper job then.
Yeah. Actually, you could probably get a bit of downforce off of that.
How you doing for Fester Fin, by the way? All right.
I've got one full one and one that's roughly about the 3/4 mark.
Okay.
I'm doing okay at the moment.
I'm sure the empties will wheedle their way to my house when they need replenishing.
Oh, don't worry, they will.
Oh, Mike's in. Hello, Dad. How you doing? Just got
Hello,
in.
Mike.
Hope Eileen's okay, mate. And,
Yeah, hope all is good, mate.
And and yourself as well, mate. I hope you're keeping all right. And the offer's always there, mate. If you need anything, you just contact us.
Oh, hello, Lynn. I didn't see you come in then.
Oh, Lynn's in as well, is she? Apologies,
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Hello, my darling.
She snuck in through the side door.
Shane, hi, Jeff and Dad, my love. Candy Graham saying hello to Scaly, as is Archie. Dad's saying hello to everyone there. So, yeah, I hope everything's all right, mate. Challenging times, isn't it?
I think those are supposed to be there, actually.
Are you whittling?
No, I was just looking at a couple of nubs that's on the underside of the axle, and I'm actually thinking they're supposed to be there and not to remove them.
Oh, I haven't got that stage yet. I'm just having to play with the really, how can we say, expertly moulded engine parts.
Oh dear.
Nothing we can't handle.
Slight fit issue, I believe.
They're not the greatest of matches. That's all I'll say to that.
Okay.
A couple of the chrome bits don't quite, I keep saying chrome. A couple of the gold bits for the engine are a bit, curvaceous, whereas the engine doesn't seem to conform. So the filler might come out in a couple of places.
But how much of that? You're not going to see.
But then it's quite an old Monogram kit, wasn't it? 98.
Yeah, 1998.
Yeah, it's
China.
the Revel China one where they took over the Monogram molds, didn't they?
Well, probably why everything's bleeding skew with.
Whipple.
I'm not having a bit. I am making a constructive observation and point.
I like.
In other words, Dave's having a wiggle.
Yeah. Doing your bit for Anglo-Chinese relations, eh? There's me looking for number 11, and it's actually stamped on it. Yeah, really. I went there.
God knows.
Lynn's saying, yeah, about time you noticed me, Colin and Dave. I was going to have a wibble. Yeah, we are face down at the bench as well, and I've got me chat on a monitor right up here, Lynn. So apologies. I'll do my best to sort of go in every 10 minutes or so just to have a bit of a catch up. But we are doing at the bench build, and don't want people getting disgruntled with me because I'm not reading the comments out. But yeah, we do our best, don't we, Dave?
We try.
Allegedly, anyway.
Well, yeah.
God, they are bright, aren't they? God, dear, oh dear.
Oh, Common Road Junction. Right, guys, I'm off, going out for dinner. Speak to you all later. Oh, well, enjoy Din-Dins.
Yeah, enjoy Din-Dins, mate, and be safe out there, Archie, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you. And obviously, we want full photographs in the gallery of said dinner.
Yeah. Full list of ingredients.
Absolutely, mate. It's rude not to, Dave, isn't it?
Exactly.
Bless you. Lynn's going, yeah, she knows. She's just having fun. Yeah, she's pulling our legs, Dave, isn't she, eh? Her and her parrot, I think, are scheming against us, mate.
Yeah, no, it would not surprise me.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll wait until she nips out, and then I'm going to pour some Red Bull in her parrot's drink container, mate. She won't get no sleep for 6 months. Could I be that cruel? Yeah, do you think she's calling me one of them names that we can't say live on air, Dave?
What, Lynn? Nah, she wouldn't go. She wouldn't stoop that low. She'd probably think it.
How have you been, Lynn, anyway? We keep meaning to do a link to get together. You have to PM me when you're about, when you've got a night off work or whatever, so that I can say a hello to you. But obviously, I'm mindful of the fact that you work, so... Probably be easier on the end of the week, but then I think she works weekends as well, doesn't she?
I think she does. I think she does all sorts of...
Yeah, all kinds of unsociable, cruel hours that she's made to toil.
9 to 5's bad, man.
Sarah Jane's in, saying afternoon, all afternoon, Sarah Jane. Hope you're keeping well, my darling. And yeah, it's another week, another show, and we are doing the Paddy Wagon. And it's a quirky little build, isn't it, Dave? It was you that spotted these, wasn't it?
No, correction, it was you, because you snaffled one for 10 quid, and then
that's right. Sorry, mate. I thought this was one of your
snaffles, mate. And you rubbed it in that you got it for 10 quid, and
me rub it in. I'm shocked you'd even say that.
But then when I turned around and said, "Yeah, I got one for a tenner and all."
Yeah, I know. Quirky little kit.
Oh, I do believe someone else may have bought a Thunderbird too.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because he phoned me up and he went, "Oi, Dave." And I said, "What? Where did you get your Thunderbird 2 from?" And I said, "I got it from a Thunderbird 2 shop."
Yeah.
At which point he said, "Either answer it correctly or you'll lose your job." And I thought, "Whoops."
Ah, right. One of them, was it?
Yeah.
Meetings without coffees.
Yeah. So I told him.
Does that mean you did as you was told, Dave?
Almost.
Wow. I salute you, mate.
I know, wasn't easy.
Oh, you perk. That's why you can't find it, because you're looking in the wrong place, you pilchard.
You being a pillock again?
I am being very special, Dave.
Oh, B3's in. He's saying, "Hello, gang."
Hello, B3. How you doing, mate? All right?
Oh, hang on. Can't see now. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, I nearly did a captain stab at Eden.
No, we don't want any claret over the desk.
Yeah. Sarah Jane's saying, Lynn was asking Sarah Jane how she is, and she was saying, struggling along, Lynn, but okay so far. Oh, bless. Yeah, I think 2020 has been one of those fag end of a year that we'd all like to just forget about.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will heave a sigh of relief when 2020 is consigned to the history books.
Yeah.
It has not been the best of years.
No, we've seen the good, bad, and the indifferent sides of humanity, haven't we, in all aspects? And, you know, right from the bad old days of the panic buying brigade, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I mean, it's some of the wild field theories, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, if people want to believe in certain things, I'm all for it. But to the detriment of your own health, I just find that a bit odd.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the government or governments trying to do a George Orwell and keep us all in check. It's people died and they're trying to keep people from dying. Now, all right, none of us want to be told by the government what we can and can't do and where we can and can't go. But if it's keeping you alive, then yeah.
Yeah, it's not an easy call.
It ain't, mate, you know, and I don't know. I just think people are playing or dicing with death, and I think that a lot of folks are going to come unstuck. None of us want to see it happen, but it's just a bit daft, isn't it?
Well, I can't see my office open anytime this side of Christmas now.
Sorry?
Can't see my office opening up anytime this side of Christmas.
No, it's really changed, isn't it? Yeah, it's...
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Can't change it, Dave, can we? We'd like to, don't get me wrong, because, you know, people have lost loved ones at the end of the day, and no one wants that to happen. But, you know, we were told this by the Prime Minister at the time. You know, people are going to lose loved ones, and this isn't us trying to tell you how to live your lives. We're trying to save your lives. And, yeah. So what you mean about that axle, Dave? It's about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, isn't it?
You found it then?
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, it's a bit...
I think it's what you call an extra front spoiler.
Yeah, it's a bit gash, isn't it? But, dare I say it, I've built worse.
No, don't try and kick the block over at the same time. Don't be twit.
Lynn saying, yeah, we've had 32 confirmed cases in one day. Yeah, it's
not good.
It ain't good. It's...
Sarah Jane saying, at Quano Man, raw spud, please. I eat potatoes raw.
Oh, nice.
I used to remember when my mum used to cut all the potatoes up to make chips and stuff. Kept on nicking them before she could put them in the frying pan.
Yeah. I can remember my mum had one of those 1970s chip things, you know, that used to suction cup to the worktop and pull the handle, and it would eject these, you know, mammoth-sized chips out the other end through this razor-sharp grid.
Mm.
And it used to fascinate me, you know, watching her do that.
No, we didn't have one of them. Mum just done them, cut them by hand.
Yeah, I mean, my mum, bless her, was, you know, is 4'8" of South London rage, and yeah, to see her let loose with this potato machine was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with her.
Yeah. I remember when she got that pressure cooker thing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, with the big valve on the top.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the lid off. Yeah, I'm just going to go and hide in the garage.
Yeah, it's like having Ivor the engine turn up, isn't it? Like, really? Yeah, my mum and her bone-handled knives. God, things them poor old bone-handled knives got used for that they shouldn't have been. Yeah, she was absolutely lethal with them.
I think I'm going to have to get some of that oven bright.
Oh yeah, it's the nuts, mate.
That gold stuff is not shifting in the
Oh mate, with a pot of oven bright, it takes about 10 seconds, mate.
Yeah, I'll go down the shops tomorrow, so I'll try and remember to get some.
Yeah, it's mint, mate. It really is the nuts. Do you want me to chop a bit of sprue and show you?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. I'll just give me up right, Joe. That was a gust of wind that I didn't expect.
Hmm.
Plonk the carcass back in the chair. Yeah, I've mixed mine and poured it into an old pickle jar, Dave.
All right, yeah.
And the clue as to what's in it's on the label, as you can see. If I just chop a corner off a sprue, that'll give you an idea of how it works then. It's quite gloopy. It's like a gel, mate.
As a rule, the old soda crystals works a treat on normal chrome and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because Mike Mountain did a video on it, the old oven bright, and then just drop it in. As you can see, it's quite jelly. And just let it do its thing, mate.
All right, I'll have to get some of that then.
And it's as good as gold, mate. Excuse the pun. And I'll just let that sizzle and do its thing.
Oh. Hello, Ghost Rider. Hope you're all right.
Shove that there just for a sec. But yeah, on the chrome and that, it's normally pretty rapid. This stuff, I'm not 100% sure what's on it, but it's taken a tad longer. But it's beginning to go. And just leave it in there, mate. Let it do its thing.
Okay. And then saying, what's that jelly, Colin?
I'm just looking for something with a easier bit of chrome. What did I last do on it? It was Revel, if I remember right. quite chunky stuff, that, mate. It's taken a lot longer than it normally would on that. So that demonstration worked well, didn't it? Let's find some other chrome. Oh, there you go. Bit of that'll do. Really? The bit I cut off falls back in the bag. Okay, we'll have that bit instead. There you go. Shove that in there. There you go, it's beginning to sizzle already on that chrome. Let's bring that into shot. Yeah, there you go. So it's sizzling the white off already. Look at that. That was chrome just now, Dave. And already. There you go.
Oh, heck. That didn't take long, did it?
No. So the gold is a bit stronger, but it's beginning to go now because I can see the blue coming through on there. So it's beginning to go, but that's how quick it is on normal Revell type chrome. The other stuff probably give it, how long's that been in there? About 5 minutes? I reckon about 20 minutes and that'll come off on that. But that is fully stripped already, that piece.
Right.
All right, mate.
Yep.
So yeah, bit of oven bright, mate. Works a treat.
So what, does it come as a gel?
Yeah, it comes in a little bottle. I'll just try and reach the bottle, mate. There you go. Comes in a bottle.
Okay.
And I got mine off of the site that is a river.
Ah.
Pardon me. Just put that lid back on just in case I smack that over. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't a lot. Shove them in there.
I found it.
You found it?
I founded it.
Good man. Right, so they're going to go on the bottom, so that can stay. That'll be for painting. They'll be for painting. That'll be for painting. So let's see what other assemblies I can throw on that aren't chrome. Ready to get that for painting. So we've got the mud guards to go on there. Let's have a look at chat and see what we're doing. Oh, B3 there, Dave, saying he's still got a bone-handled knife in his toolbox. It's a paint stirrer, a ply bar, a slotted screwdriver, I've used it as a hammer. It's the original multi-tool. Yeah, it is, mate. Good old white bone-handled knife, mate. Ghost Rider's saying hello to Lewis. Lynn was asking what the jelly was. It's oven bright, Lynn. It's what I just held up for the camera. It's a jar of oven bright, darling. I just poured it into the pickle jar just so that I can see the pieces that are in there. Nim saying, yeah, oven bright. Lynn's going, yeah, it's an acquired taste. My parents had the rationing mentality, says Sarah Jane, so nothing got wasted. Absolutely.
Ooh.
I think that's the thing with our generation, wasn't it? Because our parents had gone through that sort of thing. We had that waste not, want not mentality, didn't we?
Oh, I can remember the if food got thrown away, my old man, he used to go bloody wall.
V3 saying we were fairly poor growing up, but I'll draw the line at raw spuds. Do you remember bread and dripping, Dave?
Yeah, I remember it. I never had it.
Yeah.
No, I never had it.
Lynn saying, oh, Sarah, I've had undercooked taters, so it's the closest I've got to raw. To each is their own. Yeah, but I can imagine it's got a nice taste to it, a bit of raw spud, to be honest with you. Nim saying she's got to drag herself out of bed into a new chair at the computer. It's so far away, it's right next to me. Yeah, I saw your new chair, Nim. I must admit, it looks very posh.
She got a posh new chair, has she?
Yeah, she posted it up. Yes, was it yesterday or the day before? But yeah, it looks very sweet. Quano Man's denying being cute. Lynn saying sizzle, sizzle. Candygram saying there, one of the few good things to come out of 2020 has been the quantity and quality of Boom Hut related videos and live streams. Many thanks to this channel and all others who have produced them. It's one of those, Candy. I like to give back. I mean, I'm medically retired now, so this is my life coming in, and you know, I do my model making during the day, and then I relax in the evening, go next door, and you know. But so for me, it's a way of giving back, and I know what it's like to, dare I say it, live in isolation. Sounds like the violins are wanted, but they're not. But I live an isolated life because of that, and knowing how. I mean, Dave won't mind me saying, but watching Dave go from being out and about, suddenly being locked up, the poor bloke had cabin fever within a fortnight. So, you know, for me, it's my way of giving back, and it helps me when someone else is hosting with me because we spark off of each other. But, you know, if you guys, it's keeping you entertained, then we'll carry on doing them, won't we, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
We got a few more planned because you've got some time off soon, ain't you?
I have.
So yeah, we're gonna do a few more random ones, and we'll probably do some spontaneous ones as well, where we've got a few things in the pipeline, and we might just go, you know, something. We'll just hit the live button and be done with it.
Yes.
So you might want to, if you haven't, click the bell icon on my YouTube channel, and you'll get Facebook alerts because I'll stream to both YouTube and Facebook. But don't be too surprised if there's suddenly some random lives, and I want to try and do something where it ties in with the guys and girls in the US as well, so that we can try to let them feel involved in what would be their evening. So that might mean me going overnight on a few, but I have some cunning plans on that. I've done all the artwork ready, so I might be doing something for the other folks on the other side of the pond to keep you occupied and company by my good self. So, John Pole's in saying afternoon, people. Afternoon, John. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Hi, John.
Muse is back. She had to take a call. Hopefully everything's okay, my darling. Lynn's going, yep, I know how you feel, Lynn. 7:30 a.m. Sweetie, go squawk. You need a very large slipper to throw at the cage, Lynn. And then you do what Fester would do in your best Dick Dastardly voice. You go squawk, I'll give you squawk. Mark's going, you finished yet at Festa's? No, not yet, mate. I just break out just to keep the chat lively. Sarah saying hello to Connor and Paige. Hello, Connor and Paige. Wave at the cameras. There you go. Hope they're okay. Hope you're doing as you're told for your mum. Mark saying hi to Lynn. Lewis saying hello to Connor and Paige. Oh, Lewis is partial for a bit of the old raw tatties as well.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Osridge is back saying, yeah, we can continue. Yeah, no worries, mate. I was only killing time till he got back, mate. Paul Chaplin saying, oh, yeah, Colin, bread and dripping beef. Oh, yeah, it's like noms. Sarah Jones going straight to the taste buds, dripping on toast. Beautiful it is, and a bit of fried bread and all, Sarah Jane. Oh, dripping on fried bread. Oh, mate. With
fried bread, I had
bangers and bacon.
This morning.
Eh?
I had fried bread at breakfast this morning because I had breakfast at the office.
Oh, mate.
Wednesdays, they do the full Monty.
I had some cocktail sausages in the fridge in a tub, and they may have got warmed up with some bacon in a pitta with loads of brown sauce.
Oh.
Mate, my beard looked like I'd just combed it with Just for Men afterwards. In a right old state. My missus went, just look at it. I went, yeah.
I had the full Monty this morning. I had 2 rashers of bacon, 2 sausages, 2 hash browns, 2 shovels of baked beans, 1 rather large lump of black pudding, and half a slice of fried bread. I couldn't get any more in the takeaway tub.
Oh, good man. B3 saying we used to have bread and sniff it, Cole, which was his dad's way of saying we only had bread. Yeah. Nim saying I lost 2 subs, but think they were just bots or accounts that weren't active. Oh, bless. It's funny. Me and Dave was talking about this recently. You know, sometimes you can go up 5, 6, 7 subs, and then the following day you've gone down 4 again, and it's like, yeah.
Well, there was a point. What is it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. My subtotal was up and down quite drastically.
Yeah, but don't forget though, YouTube have been culling inactive and bot accounts and things like that, haven't they? Spam accounts. So they've been sort of pulling a lot of them down. And of course, you know, you're going to drop subs. So yeah. Muse is saying hello to Lynn. Oh, Lewis has got a good one there, Dave. Bit of bread and meat gravy. Oh, yeah. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong in that.
Sarah Jane, yeah, I can remember my mum saying this. She says, we always had a choice with food. You don't eat it, someone else would. Yeah, my mum used to say, if you don't eat your dinner, I'm going to shout out to the lady that lives across the road and get her to come over and eat it.
I was given 2 options. You either eat what's in front of you or you go without.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And if you hadn't ate your dinner, you didn't look at your mum and ask for afters because you knew you wouldn't get none. And it weren't being nasty. It was just educating you, wasn't it, to eat your food. Sarah Jones going, yeah, the best cuppa ever is the first after a fry-up, never bettered. Absolutely, with 2 nice big spoonfuls of honey in it. Oh, honey rush, Dave. Oh, yeah. B3 saying, yeah, we ate what was put in front of us or went without. None of us making different meals for 5 people. Don't like it. I'm a vegan now. Nonsense. Yeah, my missus has a great... she has a great option. You've heard the why it's a vegetarian option, haven't you, mate? Sweet FA, mate, is her vegetarian option. We had a couple of people over for dinner. Oh, this was a few years ago. And the lady was like, oh, is there an option for vegetarians? And my missus went, yeah, Sweet FA, darling. Don't like it. Go home and get yourself something out your fridge. You know, and announcing that you're vegan just as someone's about to put your food in front of you was a bit rich, wasn't it? You know, but,
just a bit.
Yeah, my missus don't do subtle.
I had noticed.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's saying if you don't need it now, you'll get it for your next meal until you do. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Now, if we was late home because of work or anything like that, you used to walk in through the door and you say hello to everyone, and my mother would look up and say dinner's in the microwave.
Absolutely, mate. If you didn't eat your greens, then it will be, we can have your afters, but it'll be greens and custard. But yeah, all right, Mum. She did well, mate. She did well with us lot bringing us all up. Certainly didn't take no hassle. I'll give her that. I can remember her legging it up. I mean, if Wilma's still in the chat, she'll remember this. I can remember my mum. We had this neighbour that lived in the street, and she had lobbed an insult at me mum once through the kitchen window. And my mum is like an elephant, she don't forget. And she spotted her walking up the road. And I always remember her legging it out with a wet floor mop, chasing her up the street, slapping her around the head with it. I'll give you, call me that. And us lot as kids were going, do you think mum's unhappy? Oh, mate, it made my day. Never forget that. Of course, we remind her of it now, and she sits there and goes, oh, you lot make me out like I was really bad, you know. Yeah. It was funny.
Or it'd be, we'd be up in the morning and mum would turn and say, run after the milkman and ask him for a tub of butter and a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Tell him we'll pay him Friday. Yeah, but we all had that respect, didn't we, though?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of ingrained into you.
You know, and I think we've all got it, even as adults, because you realised how much things cost. You appreciated everything you was ever bought or given, didn't you?
Yep.
You know, no matter how cheap or whatever it was, someone had taken the time out to buy you that. You know, and you respected every single item. Whereas now, you know, I don't know, people just don't seem to care, do they? Is that because it's a throwaway society?
I was just about to say that. You know, it's, oh, well, it don't work right away, we're going to buy another one.
Oh, yeah, you know, you'll see people throw £1,000 phone across the room, you know, and I'm like, really?
Well, I can always remember my father would always replace the element in the kettle when it finally packed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mate, I've changed the elements before in the dishwasher and that, you know.
Yeah, I remember that because he changed it and he went to plug it in and I was standing behind him and I shouted out banging and he cracked himself.
Yeah, how fast did you run, Dave?
Not fast enough because the bugger caught me up.
I could just imagine you skedaddling down the corridor. We all did this though, didn't we? We all sat there thinking, "Oh, this will be fun." And you would do something without thinking of the consequences, wouldn't you? You know, oh, let's do this. You know, let's put a cup of water on top of the door so that when the old man walks through it, he gets soaked. So you would rest there. Again, if Wilma's in the chat, she'll remember us doing this. So you would rest this cup on the top of the door and lean it against the frame, and in there you would come and it would drown him. But what you had forgotten is you'd put it in an heavy china cup. So
Yeah.
he would get the ump because he's got a mouse on top of his head because the cup, the cup's giving it to him. And then he'd come legging it up the hallway with the slipper. Just like, yeah, it's not so funny now, is it? Yeah. And usually it was Wilma that instigated it. Do this, bruv. Yeah, but I'll get in trouble. Nah, you won't. It'll be all right. So you'd say, but she told me to do it. Well, don't blame your sister. Saying that, though, have you ever met my brother, Tony? He's got this scar that goes round his left eye. It's from my sister throwing an Henry Cooper style left hook at him when he was about 8 or 9, and she knocked him flying across the roof straight into the edge of one of these big old stereo cabinet things.
Oh, yeah, I know
with the gram in it. You know what I mean? And every time I see, he's got this scar like a big crescent moon that goes right around the brow of his left eye. She did not hit him. Proper good left hook it was. But I wouldn't have melted in her mouth, bless her.
Yeah.
But it was one of those, wasn't it? Your dad would say, right, you painted this door, right, glossed it. He said, right, I don't want any of you little so-and-sos touching my paint. Yeah, no worries. Well, Maz, my elder sister, walked straight up behind me and pushed me face into the side of the door that was wet. So he's come walking in because he's heard us lot all up the mischief. And he's looked at me and I've got like a third of my face with this white gloss paint all over it. And yeah, you touch my dad? No, Dad. And I'm sitting there denying it with half a white face, really.
Yeah, and they always look at you and they say, do you think I look stupid?
Yeah, don't you dare think that about me, boy. That was another one I used to get. How did they know? Growing up in the 70s, mate, I'd have recommended it to anyone. Great times.
Yeah. Well, you just go out, didn't you?
Yeah, social media was going across the park to play with your mates, wasn't it?
Yep. I always remember coming home and walking through the back door saying to me, Mum, when's tea? She said, in about 5 minutes. Did you have a good game of football? How do you know I've been playing football?
Yeah.
Of course, she'd been round the little crescent where I was.
Yeah.
Where we lived, asking all the other mums, is my David with your boys? Yeah, they got to play football. They're up to par.
Yeah.
What time are they coming back? I've told them to be back for 5 o'clock. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Or you would deny that you'd been over. We used to have a lot of building going on where we lived because we moved out, come down here, and your parents would say, have you been over to chalk pits? No. And you were smothered head to foot in chalk. You was just a ball of chalk.
I used to live very close to an old, disused World War II training airfield.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they still had the old underground bunkers and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah. Proper Anderson shelters and all of them, and yeah.
Oh, it was the big concrete things, with
Oh, right, yeah, I know the ones.
And you had the pillboxes around the outer perimeter and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And some of them are still there if you know where to go and where to look.
Yeah.
Because like all things, they put a bleeding great housing estate on it.
Yeah, but when you look back at some of the things you did as a child, and then you end up revisiting some of your thing or some of the areas you grew up, and you look up and you think, I can remember riding a motorbike across the scaffolding planks when that place was being built. And you look at it and you think, bloody hell, that's high up.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, you had no fear, did you?
Well, no, we just go and muck about in the old bunkers and stuff.
Yeah. All the stuff that your parents would say you couldn't do, you'd be doing. And it does, it comes back and haunts you, because when I had my two boys growing up, I now had a great sense of how my mum used to worry, because they were a right little pair, you know. And it does, it comes and bites you in the backside, you know. And for a long time, I used to say, well, can't you two behave yourselves? I never did anything like that when I was your age.
Yeah, like.
And my mum was sat round our house one day when I said it, and she waited until I went out, and she dropped me royally in it with my lads by spilling the beans on everything that I got up to. So really,
I did that because what is it? We was all the family was all together, and my sister turned around to her two boys. They were quite small at the time, and I can't remember what they was doing, but they was doing something, and they was antagonising their mother, which I was kind of helping them along with it as well.
Yeah,
as brothers do.
Absolutely.
And she said something along the lines, "You'd never catch me doing that." And I coughed. And she looked at me and I said, I looked at the boys and I said, when your mother was your age, she did exactly what you two are doing now. And
Absolutely, mate.
And a pair of them didn't, I can't remember what it was now, but they never let her forget it. I think the best one I ever got on her was when the youngest was doing his football.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't quite know where they got the tall genes from, but a pair of my nephews are over 6 foot.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, of course, the younger one, he got his feet firmly in the fertilizer and having a proper growth spell. And he's standing there with his teammates, and he's like head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah.
And you had the clicky group of mummies in there that came along in their 4x4s. And I was standing next to my sister, and I just nudged her on the shoulder, and in a voice loud enough to be heard, but not directed at anyone. When was the last time you fed your boy?
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, these other mothers suddenly turned around and looked at my sister, who promptly went as red as a beetroot. I cannot possibly say what she said.
That's that gold coming off with the oven bright there, Dave.
Right,
So,
I'm gonna have to get some of that.
So yeah, it got there eventually.
Yeah, the norm as a rule, the soda crystals works quite well on there.
Yeah, I used to use neat gel bleach, and it was Tony over at Elgin 35 said to me, why don't you try a bit of oven bright, chap? He said, you might find you get on with it better. And oh, mate, yeah, it was like, yeah, I'm going to be using that. And then recently Mike Mountain did a video on his channel, Scaling Models. Dechroming with oven bright.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll just have a quick little looky-loo at the chat, see what's going on. Excuse me.
Oh, hang on. I'll flip those up and I can see what I'm doing there.
Yeah, Nim saying, personally, I hate insta-vegans. You know the type, ones that try to get you to do a vegan by guilting you into it. Yeah, dude, we ate meat before we knew each other.
Yeah.
How to farm, so shush. Yeah, I mean, I've always said, you know, if people believe, it's a bit like religion, isn't it? You know, if people believe in certain things, good luck to them. You know, that's their thing. But try not to force their opinions on me, because I don't force mine on them, so they shouldn't have a right to try and do it to me. You know, we had it with Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on the door one night, you know, and he was giving it the beans, you know, and I said, look, I don't want to offend you, mate. I don't have any religious opinions. I said, I respect yours. Can you respect mine? You know, I don't come into your church and say it's a load of old BS. So, you know, can you just leave me be? Well, I went to shut the door and he stuck his foot in the door. He said, oh, I'm not done yet. I said, well, if you want to keep your foot, I suggest you F off and accept you are, mate. Because I will break it. And I had it the other week with them two pillocks, didn't I? Proper wibble that was, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was these people trying to get us to, excuse me, trying to switch our gas and broadband and all of that rubbish, see? And we've had the gas, we've had the electric, and then this particular night it was the broadband people, see? And I just happened to be shuffling the carcass towards going upstairs when the door went. And I said, it's all right, I'm here. And my missus went, oh, no, he's answering. And her and Lex were peering over the banisters, you know, trying to see what I'm getting up there. So I opens the door, they're there, and they're like, you got broadband? I went, yeah. He said, you're happy with it? I said, I'm over the moon, mate. Do you want it? It was like, oh, no. He said, you're thinking of switching? I went, well, no. I said, it's not something I was thinking of as I walked past the door. Do you know something? I want to switch me broadband. So he started going on about all this gubbins. And I said, look, mate, I'm happy with what I've got. And he said, well, how much do you pay? I said, well, it's none of your effing business, to be honest with you. I said, what I pay out is what I pay out. I said, not being funny. I said, well, that's between me and the people I'll get me broadband off. It's none of your business, mate. He said, well, I wasn't asking to pay your bill. I said, oh, don't be funny, mate. I said, mug me off on my own doorstep. So, because I'll slap taste out your mouth. And of course, my missus she's halfway down the stairs saying, come on, you, in you come. And I'm like, but he started it, love. You know, I was like, she said, dude, you can't keep doing that. So, yeah, I got banished to the man cave, and then, of course, we had our hangout, didn't we? And you're like, you're right, mate. No, I effing well ain't. And I had a good 25-minute moan, didn't I, Dave?
Oh, it was the classic Colin Wibble.
Oh, mate, it was proper pigeon head wibble, wasn't it? I'm like, and another thing, Dave, he only went and had some of that, but I was getting more purple, and he was peeing himself laughing, and I'm like, you ain't helping, mate.
It was kind of it was Dave, shut up, just nod and say yes at the appropriate places.
I said, don't laugh at me, Dave, you're effing up a perfectly good wibble, mate. Yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed it anyway.
Well, mind you, my wibble that I had when I bought that Italian fire truck, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but that ain't as good as the wibble you had when you bought that roll of Gorilla Tape. That was a
yeah.
Yeah, now you remember.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That.
It got thrown on the bench and slammed down in temper. Proper issy fit, and then it. You know that nudge you give something, you go like that. Get off that, get out of my. He done that and he proper folded his arms and everything. And I'm like, Hufflepuff, are you all right? Oh, it was hilarious. My missus, she'll tap on the door. Her head comes round the door and she goes, are you all right? I go, yeah, love, why? Should you feel better? Oh, what? She said, God, that was a good wibble, wasn't it? Your rattle nearly took my eye out. And I'm like, oh, really? Of course, he sits there and goes, yeah, he's having a moan, this is W.
Oh, yeah. Stitch you right up.
Oh, yeah, but we do. We sit here and we just have a row. I did it yesterday. I was having a bit of an argument with the telly.
All right.
Yeah, I stuck the news on, and it was like doom and gloom, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And I started getting the ump because you had all the people protesting about wearing masks and refusing vaccines and to do as they're told, and you got people trying to do their best, and I got the ump you know, because I found the reporters were a bit biased as well. And I threw my slipper at the telly, and the missus was like, ooh, proper mocking me. And I'm like, oh, don't. She went, but what was that going to achieve? Why throw your slipper at your own telly? I said, yeah. I said, oh, get into the man cave and shut up moaning. And I was muttering under my breath. But I obediently came out here and sat down, mate.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Sarah Jane is saying, my dad was a PE teacher, so no way could I outrun him. He was a swimming instructor as well. She stood no chance, did she? I can always remember my brother breaking my old man's retractable tape measure. Cold, did he fly well? I always remember him lifting up off the ground down the hallway. Yeah, who broke my tape measure? He meekly stuck his hand up. Yeah, he copped a right old right hook. B3 says, was a Hobbit breakfast, second breakfast, 11's brunch, lunch, tea, afternoon tea, dinner, supper, midnight snack, and salted snacks. That's why I'm big and diabetic, laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, I've got type 2 and I've only got to look at a fridge and I feel myself putting on weight. And I was always careful with me food, but when the curse got me, I had to start taking a lot of meds and steroids and things like that, and just ballooned up in a 3-year period, you know. So I'm about 4 stone heavier than my fighting weight, which was 14 stone. So yeah, I am now officially, as my missus says, a fat old grumpy old fart. Yeah. Nim's going, I love meat too much to give it up. Come on, bacon is good on everything. Absolutely agree, Nim. Sarah Jane saying, my cousin decided to be a vegan but couldn't ever give up bacon sarnies. Yeah, my youngest lad's vegan or vegetarian, whatever you want to call it. Still wears his shoes and that, so I suppose he's vegetarian, isn't he? Yeah. But yeah. Lynn's going chicken stroke turkey. Oh yeah. I mean, I could not have a ribeye with Marmite on it. I'd be lost, mate. Nim's saying she's more of a grazer. She eats most of the day, but it's like half a sandwich here, a few Jits crisps, maybe a salad, yeah, and some ice cream. Yeah, I'm a snacker. I'm not very good at eating a full-blown meal, but I eat little and often. But I eat the wrong stuff, if that makes sense. Pork and pickle pies are my downfall. I love them.
Mini pork pies cut in half with a fresh tub of coleslaw.
Oh, don't you get it. John Paul says, you people in chat are making him hungry. Yeah.
I discovered that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Sarah Jane lives in Bletchley. Her whole childhood has been built up on and called Milton Keynes. Yeah, I took the missus down some of my old haunts once on a day trip, and it was, eye-opening.
Yep. That'll be Mum.
Yeah, she must time it perfectly. She must be sitting here watching you live going, I'll phone him up now.
Yeah.
B3 says he behaves now. I only eat when I'm hungry these days. Yeah, it's very easy though, isn't it, to get the EBGBs with diabetes? Are you type 2 or type 1, mate? But yeah. Nim's saying, I haven't had Bambi in a while. Don't get many hunters in the city that are willing to share. My dad knew a few hunters, so we could get a couple of pounds ground. Yeah. Oh yeah, proper fresh meat. Yeah, definitely. Do you remember farmers markets, Dave? You don't see them now, do you?
Don't see them now. Well, they used to have one up near where my mum is.
Yeah.
Oh, they go up there and
I mean, you could go up there, couldn't you? You could buy half an Ermintrude, half a Larry the Lamb, and you'd be done for a few months, wouldn't you?
No, they didn't have that. They had the farmers' shops, where
Oh, right. Yeah, no, we had the proper where you could go and get your meat and all of that lot. And they would say you would choose, the Ermintrude you wanted. And they'd say, come back in the morning, we'll joint it all up and everything, and it'll be all ready. And off my mum went to fill her freezer up, And I can remember her falling in it once. That was hilarious.
falling in the freezer.
Yeah, because we was a big family, so she had one of these big chest freezers.
Oh, God, yeah.
She's only 4'8", and she used to rest on her hips and lean over to get whatever she couldn't reach. And if one of us would hold her feet, to stop her. We got distracted and let go, and she slid in, and the lid's gone boom. And I can remember running in, like, I'm stuck in the freezer, and we're all trying to lift this lid up on this chest freezer to get her out. Proper disappeared in there, she did. We laugh about it now, but Gordon Bennett could have gone wrong, couldn't it?
It could have gone very wrong.
So she sold it not long afterwards and got one of them upright ones. She's like, once bitten, twice shy, mate. But yeah, Sarah Jane's going, John Pole, if you're cooking, don't be shy, get us all something. Absolutely well said, Sarah. John's saying he doesn't cook much because he lives alone. Oh, bless you, mate. Nim saying to Lynn, I don't think you're too far away from me. Maybe only a couple of hours. Lynn's in New Mexico, if I remember rightly. Oh, yeah, she says right below, New Mexico. William Rayburn's in saying, hi, people. Hi, William. What part of the world are you from, my friend? Nim's going, yeah, it's more than a few hours. She's in New York. Ah, nice neck of the woods. Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, go into a New York deli and say you want an ham sandwich, and you get asked out of all these different types of ham what you want, and you're like, I only wanted an ham sandwich.
I only want a ham sandwich.
And then they start trying to get you to say stuff. Oh, can you say this? Can you say that? Yeah. Very hospitable country. Lewis is saying hello to William. Hoping they're well. So is Lynn. Sarah's going, she's going to mute this stream. These two oldies aren't involved at all. That's because I'm reading the chat, love. I don't know. She tells me off when I don't read her comments out, and she tells me off because I'm not building anything.
You can't win, mate.
No, I can't. Chop Suit says he's from ABQ. Albuquerque, I'll take it. Nim saying, Lynn, if you turn into a jerky, it'll get eaten. I've never had beef jerky.
Can't say as I have either.
Sergeant Bones is going, living alone's why he cooks so good. It's all for him. Sergeant saying, can you show a close-up of the wheels? Yeah, there you go, Sarge.
Oh, that's really good.
John Paul saying, what he likes about this virus, it keeps people that I don't like coming to my place for beer. It lasts a lot longer. Sarah Jane's having another complaint there, saying I'm 2 hours behind in chat. It's like, really? I don't know. If I don't read it out, she complains. If I read it out, I'm not building anything.
You know, you just get to the point now where you just think there is just no pleasing some people.
No, there isn't.
I'll tell you what, you could stand on your head, read the chat, build at the same time, and it still wouldn't be right.
Oh, well. Not to worry. We'll be off soon, so. They're all telling us off, Dave. It's not fair.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Can have a bit of that on there, though. I could see me ending up spraying this body shell separate from the chassis. I might dry fit it on the chassis and then.
That's what I was thinking. Build it, but
Yeah.
just use the chassis as the jig to hold everything together.
Yeah, because I kind of want to get in all the crooks and nannies, if I'm honest, and yeah. Sprue and Glue saying he's just had some homemade chicken supreme on a bed of rice. Oh, lovely.
Ooh.
Sounds mint.
Well, I'm going to have good old beans on toast with sliced cheese on top.
Oh, happy days. I think I might be having a bit of the old sausage and beans.
Bangers and beans?
Bangers and beans, Dave. Oh, yeah. Stick a fork in me, mate.
Is that just bangers and beans, or is that bangers, beans and mash?
Oh, yeah, with the mash, mate.
Oh, good man.
I'll send you a photograph later of my rather full belly. We're going, Dave, stick a fork in me.
Oh, no.
Muse is saying the call was vampy. Is Vamp all right, Muse? Yeah.
Part 4. Where's part 4? Part 4 is going to be on. Yeah, I thought it would.
What's that, mate?
It's going to be one of them, and he didn't.
You off again?
Fubar. Fubar. Where's the box?
Sorry?
No, don't kick the glue over the table, you Burke.
Frankie goes to Bobby Woods in. Hello, Frankie. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Hello, Frankie.
Sprue and Glue's going. He's going to go to my place for tea next time because I'm having bangers, mash and beans. Oh, yes, the hand that feeds me, mate, is, a legend of cooking because I'm banned from any form of white appliances.
Banned from the bloody kitchen.
Grass.
Yep.
Picking on me again, ain't you?
Me? Never. Would I do such a thing? Of course I bloody would.
Of course you would. You could be so cruel, you know. I reckon we'll whop the other side of that on. Frankie says he's enjoying his evening and is looking forward to his day off tomorrow.
Ooh.
Happy days. What's your plans, Frankie? You doing anything on the bench? Or you just having a chillaxing breather? line that up with that for a second, I reckon. Like that. Cool. And then that will sit on there all in one bit then. That'd be the plan. So I think whilst that's pliable, I think we can rest that in place whilst the glue sets. Yeah, you will go in. Persuasion. Right. Actually, not a bad size, Dave.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think we're on a winner, mate. Have you a bit of that? Let's bung one of those on there. Shove another one on that one. And then that'll hold that square like that. So we can let that dry. That's that. Probably do the seats separate. That's the other door. And then it's lipstick and mascara, really. Probably paint them off the vehicle. Yeah, okay. So we can bung them out of the way for a minute and prep everything that I'm going to be painting now. Makes sense, doesn't it? So that'll be paint ready. Let's whop that out of the way. That's staying gold. Let's dig them out as well. Set up. Ready for getting the spray booth out, I suppose. Yeah, it'll be painting pots then next week at this rate, won't it?
I think so.
Looking that way, Dave, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, they'll be getting painted, so you can have a bit of that. Might as well set them up ready on my shark mouth approved painty thing. B3 saying that truck looks like Chuckaboom from Penelope Pitspot on Wacky Races. Yeah, the Anthill Mob's car. Yeah. Used to love Wacky Races.
Oh, yeah.
Wacky Races. Anthill Mob, the creepy coupe, wasn't it? Rock and gravel.
Peter Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Muttley, do something. Oh, dear. Cool, but then cartoons get shown these days. There's a thought.
I don't know.
Well, it's like Tom and Jerry, isn't it? You know, because now they would probably say that it incites violence towards mice. Who knows? Osrit saying that Dave's camera is pulsating. Yeah, you've got your autofocus on, Dave, on your webcam, your down cam.
No.
The autofocus is tripping, so it keeps zooming in and out. That'd be what that is. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
B3's going more like violence. The cat, Jerry, I was beat Tom. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose the lady would probably be classed as a racist stereotype now, wouldn't she? So, yeah.
Well, that's the roof and the sides and the middle bit together.
Oh, good man. Yeah, I'm just
on the chassis.
Yeah, I'm just putting everything on clips ready because it'll be getting primed next week, won't it? So,
well, I shall leave that for a little while, and that will get primed. I can't do anything with the gold stuff until I've got my oven bright.
I can always pour some in a jiffy bag and post it up to you, Dave.
Oh, I'm sure Postman Pat will be well happy about that. I think he might have maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it on that shop that sounds like a river, you'll probably have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, you know, it'll be there for next week, won't it? I mean, we're not doing anything else on these until then anyways.
So, shall I?
I'm sure we'll be good on this build, won't we, mate? We'll just... Because there's not so much to it, is there, this one? Let's keep them on there. What are they? No, I think I'll probably prime all of that on the sprue, Dave. Oh.
You painting on the sprue?
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, peeps.
Don't tell Fox.
No, don't tell Fox. Oh, mate, it's going to be instant banhammer otherwise, isn't it? He painted on the sprue. How dare he do such a scandalous, shocking thing?
Yeah, well, don't tell him that I thin my primer.
What primer's that, Dave?
It's the Vallejo primer.
Oh, dear. Sacrilege.
Don't use any other primer.
Still got my bottle from when I did the Rossi build, mate. Done the job. Done the job very well, if I remember rightly. I don't do something with these tyres. I know that much. They look crap, to be honest. Is that a whipple pins?
You wibbling?
Might be. There might have been furrowed brow going on. Didn't want that anyway.
Definitely sounds like a Whittlekins going on over there.
That might be. Chopsu is saying, "Oh, sweet hand tattoo," and he's got both of his done well as well. Yeah, I kind of pretty much got one leg left, and that's a bodysuit then. So yeah, I don't know whether I'll get anything on the other one yet. I just had a nasty scar on that one that I wanted to put to bed, so to speak. Not one of my proudest moments. But yeah, I enjoy being inked, I must admit. It's not to everyone's taste, don't get me wrong, you know. Never bothered me. I had an uncle that had a full bodysuit that was in the military, and it just fascinated me, and that was it, really. As soon as I was old enough, it was, yeah, I'm getting ink. It's almost like your life story, you know. There's no nudity on me or anything offensive. I was, you know, quite particular about not having anything like that on me. Each to their own. If people want pin-ups, they have them, but I just kind of thought it would be disrespectful to my wife if I had someone else's Bristols floating about on me. So, yeah.
Yeah, not right.
I don't know, I just thought it would have been disrespectful to her and other women if you know, walking down the road and they're seeing it, you know. Yeah. So, no, I was very particular not to have anything that would offend. Yeah. I had that as a Polynesian piece I had done a few years back now, but I could never have got them done on my hands when I was working because of the jobs I did. But now that I'm medically retired, it's like, well, having a job stopper on my hand isn't a problem now. So my tattoo artist was incredibly grateful that I finally allowed him to do something on me, on the back of my hand. He's been wanting to tattoo the top of my head ever since I've known him, and I'm like, no, that's too much. Even I have a limit.
Okay. Right, fine.
Part of me is tempted to cut the tyres, put in my own tread.
Well, you got treaded on the front, but you...
Yeah, it's a show car, isn't it? It's I suppose, a drag strip, so it's going to have slicks on the rear, isn't it? Just how they were back then, wasn't it? These little show cars. Boot Hill was the same, wasn't it? Slicks on the rear and treads on the front.
Right, that is ready for primer.
Oh, happy days. Come on, well, Dave.
Yeah, so that's the back end of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Got all the quilting inside. I haven't put the chairs in. I'll do that when it's all in place. But
absolutely. Sprue and Glue's asking, will I be white walling the tyres? Do you know, it's a temptation, I must admit, mate.
It's not a bad idea.
What do you reckon, then? Is that something you want on these tyres, Sprue? Do you think that they would look okay white-walled, or do you think that would look a bit too much? Are you on about all four, or just the rears, or what? But yeah. I suppose it would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, do you do one thick band or do you do a pinstripe?
Nim's going, she's got planned for some ink. I want to get water ripples around my ankles with koi carp on each one. Kind of remind me to stay rooted and go with the flow. I'm just poor and scared, bless. Yeah, it's a very personal thing, isn't it? Tattooing. At the end of the day, it's you're either into it or you're not. There's no in between. It's all I would advise people is just choose very carefully and placement and that, because unfortunately, we do live in a society that is still very judgmental. So, don't go getting anything done that could affect your chances of employment or whatever, because, yeah. But no, I mean, I got full back piece, chest panels, both full sleeves on my arms. My earliest stuff was all me Iron Maiden Trooper stuff and different band art all up my arms. Then I got the Lord of the Rings sleeve on this one. You're not seeing that, are you, at all? So I'll put photographs up on the group because there is an album in there. But yeah, it was all the whole Lord of the Rings Gandalf stuff that I had done way back when. There you go. So yeah. And then light bursts on the elbows. And so yeah, quite a bit. And the worst place I got done was on the tips of my elbows, to be honest with you. That aggravated, and my armpit, that was a bit gnarly. Hence why I only got the one done and didn't bother doing the other one. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing that one again.
Yeah, even I've got me limits. It's like, yeah, okay, did it? Yeah, the other one can stay like it. I haven't decided what, if anything, I'll get done on that end yet. I usually turn up to the studio and just say, do what you like, blank canvas. He's gotten to know me now over the, last 20, 30 years. So. That's that pretty much set up and ready for when I start painting it next week. Yeah, that's it. Like so. Actually, let's put the wheels in there. So I don't lose them. And then we've got the old chassis that can sit like that. I can have a little looky look at the chat because it's gone that time already, Dave.
It has gone quick, hasn't it?
It has. So I'm going to have a little looky look at the chat. So I'll switch cameras back. And it'll be a wrap then, because Chris will be on soon, won't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's have a little scrolly pack. Scroll back in the chat. B3 saying I'm a Welshman that likes rugby and singing. I'm a racial stereotype. Nothing wrong with that, mate. I'm a racial stereotype myself, mate. God blimey and all of that. Joseph Kelly saying Johnny Quest, 2 10-year-olds with express rifles blowing crocodiles apart. Now that was entertainment. Sarge is saying my hair is cut super short. I wear cargo pants and my old combat boots and live in Germany. Even though I'm a Yank, I get called Nazi all the time. Yeah, I got accused of being racist once because bald head tattoos and all of that lot. You know what I mean? And nothing could be further than the truth. It's, I don't care whether someone's black, white, straight, gay. It don't bother me, mate. Not a problem. Live and let live is my motto. The only people I have issues with are wife abusers or, anyone that abuses women and children. Simple as that. But, I don't care whether someone's married to Sheila or Steve. Not a problem. Chop suey's nice. My last piece was the face of a silverback gorilla on my calf. I've got one of them. He's sat next to me there. There he is. See? That's all right, mate. Just nod. Good man. See? Sergeant Bones is saying his son has got tats for me. Pretty cool stuff. Absolutely. Was him asking. Nat's off saying it was time for Paige's bedtime. See you all another time. Catch you later. Good luck with tonight's show. I take it it's on tonight. They're doing a late show on a Wednesday. Spiddy's going, you could have had a pair of bow fighters tattooed so people could say, look at the pair of Bristols on him. He's good, he is.
Yeah.
Spur and Glue's going, yeah, I love to see white walls on old cars, then consider it done, mate. I will happily put white walls on there to please you, young man. Muse is saying, I'll stick to simple green. Less chance of melted parts if I forget it's in there overnight. Yeah, we don't get simple green over here. I think, do we get purple power? I don't think so, do we? Simple green or purple power, I don't think we can get over here.
No, can't say I've ever seen it.
No. Lynn's saying she did a spontaneous purchase yesterday, Dave.
Oh.
She bought a Wingnut Wings Sopwith Camel USAS.
Oh, heck.
Nice kit, Lynn. I'll take it your bench is set up then, because I'd love to see that built.
Yeah. Come on, Lynn. I'll build that one.
Muse is saying she enjoys messing with Jehovah's. It's too much fun. Like you knocked on my door. Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone believes in God, then there is one. It's not up for question. That's what makes them happy. Good luck to them. But what I don't like is when they try to force you to conform to their opinions of what they think you should be. And I don't like that, because I don't go into a church on a Sunday and go, it's all a load of trussets, so to speak. So respect my view. I respect theirs. But a lot of them, they become very militant with religion, don't they? And, you know, to sort of say, well, anyone who doesn't believe in a certain religion should be shot or whatever, I just think's wrong. Let's, you know.
Everyone to themselves, but don't force what you do on someone else.
Absolutely. It's what makes everyone unique. It's diversity at the end of the day.
It's wrong.
Muse is saying, yeah, same here, Lynn. She got birds and all, and she's got a macaw. Oh, do they speak, Muse? Have you been teaching it to say naughty stuff and argue with the Jehovah's? You have, haven't you? Yeah. Green wing macaw. Oh, nice. Chop Suey saying that he's got a half sleeve of Japanese themed koi carsh, hanye mask, dragon waves, and cherry blossoms. Yeah, my left leg is going to be a full piece with the dragon on it going down the leg with its head on the lower leg, and then loads of infill around the leg right up to cheekage, should we say, and then that's me done. I might get a few touch-ups done on some of the other work that's faded and scarred. But yeah. Lynn's Muse is going, the level of noise, OMFNG. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can work that one out.
Yeah. Lynn's saying the bench isn't yet, but she's got a real reason to get it up and running. Absolutely, Lynn. You're a damn good builder, mate. And, you know, get your bench set up and your mics and your cams set up, and we can all chill out until the sun comes up, can't we? So, yeah. Muse is going screech, screech, and venison. Wow. On which note, Dave, to be honest with you, mate, I think we can start looking at wrapping up, because you've had a missed phone call, so no doubt you need to sort that out. And
I do. And
we need to fill our tummies, and I'd like to say thanks for coming in and keeping us two idiots company. Hopefully we've tried to please everyone today.
one way or another.
One way or another, we try our best, honest.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you on Sunday for the Sunday brunch.
Sunday, yeah.
So until then, folks, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. Take care and stay safe, everyone.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.